Devas of Creation is what happens when you mix Blizzard Entertainment with Nexon. For the idiots that don't know who these two are, these are the two worst companies known to man who happen to make MMORPGs. MMORPGs that are filled with pay to win and boring content. Today's video will be a rant. It won't be fun, don't expect a lot of editing. I want to get straight into the rant, so here we go. The look of the game and the details in the animations are extremely high quality. I want to get that out of the way now because I want to give credit where credit is due. The game does look good. The game's world is fluent. I love the look of the game. The details are fine. It's obvious that there's a ton of time put into the style of the game. There's also voice acting, which is very prevalent, and an entire lore for the game's world is written, which I must say I cannot complain. These are important things for an MMORPG. Finally, and yes, I mean finally, we have the first real feeling MMO on Roblox. Real quests, lore, endgame content, and most of it sucks. Yes, I said it, most of it sucks. The gameplay for the most part is very unbalanced. For example, as a greatsword user with the best talent in the game, that's pay to win by the way, you can be doing 500 damage at level 10 with your one ability. As a mage, if you're not rocking a green weapon, you're doing almost half of that damage, which is insane to think about, even with a full set of mage gear. This is an issue at a fundamental level that needs to be fixed now. Not tomorrow, not in a few days, not in an hour. This needs to be worked on and fixed now. I remember when I was level 17 fighting one of the first bosses in the game, and I was struggling because, I was not using a green weapon, my damage was low, and a level 20 came over and killed the boss in 3 seconds because he wasn't using a shitty weapon. And that's the kind of important thing I gotta note. To get a better weapon, you either have to grind a shit ton, or you have to rely on RNG systems like the treasure boxes. Now, when he killed the enemy, I did not get the reward for that, even though I had started the fight and I did most of the damage. Why is that? Because the game has a system that makes it so the last hit on the enemy gets the kill. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I will say with certainty, I've never played an MMO like this. I would go as far to say that the devs of Devas of Creation have never played an MMORPG in their lives. And if they have played it, they hate the genre, because every MMORPG player knows there's two ways to do it. You either, one, make it so the person who hit first gets the kill, or two, you give both parties an equal share of that XP and that reward. It should never be based on the last hit. That is for obvious reasons. The party system was, and still is, broken in an MMORPG. My friends couldn't play the game in a party because one of them killed a mob. The reward it dropped was given to the other player. It wasn't given to him, so he could not progress in the story. I don't know why it just didn't work. It just for some reason was giving it to the wrong player. I'm sorry, but you had hundreds of people test this game. You had 50 plus YouTubers testing this game. Why is it that not a single fucking one of them was able to figure out a fundamental issue with an MMORPG? I am sorry, but really? Were they really testing the game? What about clans that were broken for some reason? Like the online, it showed that people were online when they weren't online. Like, why is that a thing? Why is it not an automatic feature that I should be able to join my friends? Why is that still not an option? I can't play with my friends unless I go into the server selection, which was broken at the beginning of the game, because I live in Japan and they live in America, so it tries to put me in the best ping server. The crafting system also is terrible. It's way too expensive. I'm level 21 and I have 41 animal pelts. I want to put that in perspective. It takes 21 to make a single green weapon. One. I would not even be able to craft 2 of them at level 21, which at this point I'm supposed to be starting to get rare weapons. There's also a upgrade system that makes Black Desert Online shudder. They saw Black Desert's upgrade system and they decided, how can we make this more pay to win and more dog shit? Well, how about this? How about we make it so that if you fail it, not only does the durability on the weapon go down, no. How about we break the entire weapon? If you fail an upgrade in Devas of Creation, the weapon you put it on completely breaks. That's just insane. You know what that reminds me of? Good old Korean MMO practices. Here's a screenshot of one of the wiki devs saying that the game was inspired by World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV, and New World. What part about this game is inspired by World of Warcraft? I'm sorry. Does a quest that gives you a 3% chance of getting a mount mean that it's a World of Warcraft inspired game? Does buying to put pinpoints on your map count? My favorite part about Final Fantasy XIV is needing to pay money to hold more than 2 quests. The only thing that this game is similar to is New World. That's because they stole the entire New World weapon leveling system instead of having classes. Instead of making it fun though, they made it very limited for customization where there's only 6 different skills available. And you can only choose 3 at a time. Within those 3, you can have the boring selection of does it do more damage, does it have a faster cooldown, or does it inflict some sort of debuff onto them. That's crazy. If you want to break meta, you can, but you're not really changing much. Okay, time to stop ranting about gameplay and let's move on to the more important problem, microtransactions. In my 20 years of existence, I have not once in my single life seen this bad of microtransactions, not once ever, but you have found a way to put every fucking microtransaction in this game. Every single microtransaction that's ever been put into an MMORPG has been put into this game. Do you want a pay-to-win trait that will make you stronger in both PvE and PvP? It is an RNG system that you need to pay Robux in order to get. Do you want more than a handful of different hairstyles? 275 Robux. Do you want to hold more than 2 fucking quests in an MMORPG? That'll be 375 Robux. Also, it's not infinite quest. It's only plus 5 quests. So now you can hold a total of fucking 7 quests. Whip-de-doo. Do you want an item that literally tells you the location of gankers within 100 feet so that you can gank them without them knowing that you're coming? Because whether or not it's 100 feet or not, they won't know you're coming. Yeah, for 500 Robux, you can buy that. There's a tracker that literally tells you the location of chests that drop rare loot that will help you with leveling for 900 Robux. It tells you the exact location for them. Do you want to put pinpoints on your fucking map? How much do you think that costs? Do you think that costs 50 Robux? Well, you'd be wrong because that costs 400 Robux, 5 whole US dollars to put pinpoints on your fucking map. Don't even get me started on the predatorial inventory system that literally tells you when you go to buy your first thing using the in-game currency, it literally tells you, hey, it's cheaper to just buy it with Robux. What the fuck? Why is that? Why is it that it's cheaper if I spend Robux? Is it because you're not going to give me enough money in order so that I can buy all of the shit that I need? Why does it get so expensive? And the saddest part about all of this is that people just defend it. They say, it's okay, it's not pay to win. And that's the exact reason why I don't let idiots into my community. I even talked to a guy who got scammed by the devs. He bought an item, the item was not received, he refunded the item and they banned him for it. And he continued to hop on the game and buy more shit. He has spent more money on this alt account than his main account because he got banned for being scammed by the developers. And that's just sad because the same guy who's spending money and buying these horribly priced game passes that should be fundamental features of the game is advocating that they should be free. What the fuck? Anyways, that's my rant for the day. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more rant-like content, just comment shit down below. If you're coping from the Devas of Creations Discord and you're coping so hard and you're like, I'm gonna put some mean stuff in your comments, go ahead. You're just putting me up on the algorithm. And if you really think that this is the best Roblox game of all time, I feel bad for you. Don't play this game. It sucks. And again, thank you for watching.